we struggled down the stretch. Took a lot of criticism.
Just gotta show grit, see what we're made of.
To the soap opera that it was, the Pacers look like themselves again.
It really made us have to go inside ourselves, because we easily could have been home already.
Definitely wasn't at ease. It may look that way, but it's hard work and dedication to all of our guys.
Miami headed to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 4th consecutive year.
There's LeBron James going for 3 straight titles, almost as important. He's coming for Jalen's Pacers.
Now that's how you show up at the Eastern Conference Finals. Da, 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 da.
Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers have been waiting a long time for this rematch, and this time they have the Heat right where they want them, at home in front of more than 18,000 rabid fans at Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
Dealing with Tony Parker, his hamstring is going to be key. Kawhi Leonard is playing great. They have the best bench in the NBA, and I think they're playing terrific basketball. The Heat have been playing very, very well, but they're stepping it up here now against the Indiana Pacers.
I think the Western Finals is going to be remembered as the real finals, because I think
Really?
they're the 2 best teams. LeBron is still the best player. Those are the 2 best teams. I still think the Thunder can win that series, and in fact, I'm going to pick them, and that's why I had the Spurs first, because I'm always wrong. So congratulations, San Antonio. Yeah, I know.
You're confusing me. You're confusing me.
I just think Durant and Westbrook, as a pairing, it just feels like this could be their year, and I still think they're the most dangerous combo in the playoffs.
Look at that, 3 different sets of predictions.
Yes.
So in other words, you got to play the games. We'll see how it all plays out. You know what, guys? They say to avoid every sport, avoid giving your opponent bulletin board material.
3-peat, it would mean everything to another championship.
I guess 3 in a row would mean dynasty.
Everybody's going to bring the A game. Everybody's going to be prepared. The coaches, the staff, from top to bottom, are going to be ready to come in here and get a win however they can.
The biggest challenge that's stopping us will be injuries and ourselves.
The championship trophy that's out there is 2014, and that's owned by no one. And everybody is chasing it, including us.
The league has gotten better overall, and it doesn't get any easier. So it would be a challenge to win a championship, period. Obviously, we understand that this team is getting better. We played them in the second round. We played them in the conference finals. We once again here in the conference finals playing them. So this is a team who has aspirations of winning a championship, has done everything in their power to keep their core guys together and also add. Is it a rivalry? It's a team that when they're on the schedule, we're on the schedule. We get prepared for it, but they got to beat us to be a rivalry. So hopefully it doesn't get to that point.
Let's take a couple minutes. Since everything's noisy, just quiet your mind and take a couple of minutes just to prepare yourself for this battle. Okay? Focus on your breathing. Quiet the mind.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The bigger the heart, the harder they ball. Crossover pull up, keep the J off. All of you slam dunk playoffs. So I suggest you get your game up, playoffs. It's about to go down.
All year, they wanted home court all year. Be careful what you wish for, man. Y'all know what this is about, man. They don't like us, we don't like them. Go out and win. The guy that costing you, man. You win that competition. We come home with a win, all right? Take care of this game. Don't worry about game 2. Don't worry about going home. We worry about game 1. Play Miami Heat basketball defensively. Play Miami Heat basketball offensively.
Playoffs, player, turn up, player. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's going down.
Playoffs.
I'm yelling timber.
Player.
You better move.
Turn up.
You better dance.
Player.
Let's make a night.
Playoffs.
You won't remember.
Player.
I'll be the one.
Turn up.
You won't forget.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The bigger the heart, the harder they ball. Crossover pull up, keep the J off. All of you slam dunk playoffs. So I suggest you get your game up, player. If you're ready for the playoffs, say yeah. We about to clown. Why? Cause it's about to go down. Team by team and round by round. End of the night is going down. You already know. Game when you shot. End of the night is going down. Playoffs. Playoffs. It's going down.
Welcome to Indianapolis and the Eastern Conference Finals between the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers, the conference finals that is powered by Pennzoil Platinum. Sellout crowd at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. The 2014 NBA playoffs down to a Final Four. And it's the two best from the East and the two best from the West battling to try and win a championship. You're in the second round against Washington. For Miami, they're glad to be playing again. Swept Charlotte in the first round. In 5 games against Brooklyn, and he as well. Hibbert misses, James the rebound. James puts his head down, drives, and finishes.
And that's going to be a big part of this series. Miami is going to be at their stops defensively, and then off to the races. You got to stop the basketball, and then you got to make him see yellow jerseys. It's just one-on-one defense, too strong, grown man move, the ability to finish at the rim by LeBron.
Stolen by James. Both these teams still at times can be absolutely dominant defensively, and James goes coast to coast.
And that's the pace scoring the basketball, and he's getting that early.
James, count it, and one.
And that could be ruled, to me, a flagrant foul. Again, going up around the neck. Good catch, curl, and go.
Do you think so?
Listen, Mike, if you're, to me, when you get up around the head area and try to pull someone down, just because it doesn't look bad, and he's so strong. Listen, I don't think that should be a flagrant foul. I'm checking myself. How soft of a
college in Indy. He'll drive, strip, Chalmers, good quick hands. Both the point guards about an impact. Alley-oop to James. A trailer on the alley-oop. And Chalmers saw him coming. Beautiful pass from Chalmers. And the lead cut to 5. How about the offensive execution on both teams? 69% for the Heat, 64% for Indiana.
How many early easy baskets for LeBron James? Floating around the perimeter, perfect pass by Chalmers. Has a meeting with the rim.
Stevenson doubled up, Cole deflects it, knocks it away, picked up by Bosch. Beautiful pass ahead to Wade. Wade able to get it to go. He thought he was hit as well.
Again, the turnover.
Ball disrupts the pick and roll and then off to the races. What you don't want to do is turn the basketball over against this Miami Heat team because they'll make you pay the price. And Wade feeling like he got contact, and it certainly was.
Still was able to get through it and make some big games in their way to the championship. Wade, count it, and one. Wade with 8 points brings the Heat within 5.
One thing I've learned you don't do, you don't mess with greatness. Lance Stevenson's comments before this series about Dwayne Wade, you better believe he has a chip on his shoulder. Scores, immediately looks at him and says, N1. That's just a big time move. He's on edge because you've already dared him. He hears and climb back into this. And if you're Vogel, the idea is don't give this team any life. Continue to execute.
James gets the offensive rebound, sidesteps Hibbert. And able to put it in. 17 points for LeBron James. And a big hole here in the third. Allen, nice lob. And Birdman flushes it.
But great effort by Mahimi to sprint the floor and clog the lane.
James slices between 3 Pacer defenders. Alley-oop to Anderson. Oh, what a difficult catch. The precision on that alley-oop pass
by Paul George.
Heat trying to get back into it. Talk about a beautiful pass from James.
In this third period.
James with the steal, a lazy pass from Watson, and 8 straight points by the Heat. And they got themselves back within 11. They were down by as many as 19. Cut it to 11 at one point off defensive plays like that. As we head to the fourth, it's a 13-point game. This presentation continues after this mess. Down by here in the fourth. Hibbert down the lane. Blocked from behind by Birdman. Chalmers shaken up on the play as James has it. Nice feed to Wade. Lays it up and in. And they've got it to single digits.
This is a dangerous brand of basketball.
That's the only way you get to 3 free throws.
Meanwhile, George throws it away. We'll get a clarification from the officials as Wade goes down and throws it in. And it's back to 13. James, nice feed inside to Anderson. Pretty pass from LeBron James. It's back to 11, and Frank Vogel wants a tie. Well, it's gotten a little physical here. As Miami still trying to make the comeback. They've got 8:38 remaining. Right now, the lead is 11.
And we fall in love with what they've done offensively sharing the basketball, but defensively, you hold this Miami Heat team to 84 points, they're getting it done as LeBron knocks down the long three with the contact.
James knocks it in. It's a three-point field goal. Billy Spooner and Scott Foster, they're going to review it. There's the contact and in the act of shooting.
Clearly a three-point made field goal.
And we saw earlier in the game a similar play with Paul George with the basketball where LeBron had some contact when he was shooting.
So that cuts it to 107 points, 6 players in double figures. And the Heat lose here in Indianapolis as the Pacers draw first blood. So for Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, Doris Burke, producer Tim Corrigan, director Ken Dennis, and our entire crew, Mike Green saying ABC World News or your local news is next on most of these stations, except on the West Coast. Final score 107-96. Pacers win at home. Thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals.